In the following YouTube clip, I'm going to demonstrate how Vend and Xero integrate in terms of customer account sales and part payments for customer account sales. This method is used if you would want your Vend account sales to have accounts receivable records in Xero. Scenario 1. Customer makes a full payment. Let's add the product to the sell screen. Let's assign the customer to the sale. You would then go to pay. You would then amount, or the amount tendered would be the full price. You would put that on account. Skip the note. You would then navigate to history, expand the sale that you've just put on account, and then you would click continue sale. You would then press pay. You will then have the amount tendered as the full amount, depending on how they're paying for it. Let's just say cash, for example. That now finishes the transaction. You would then navigate back to sales history and just have a look now and see this particular transaction. The account sale has been paid and has been transferred to Xero. There's no balance owing. If we navigate to Xero, you'll notice that particular customer transaction was pushed to Xero as an accounts receivable. It was approved and is also now marked as paid. As you can see, that payment now that it has been accounted for in Xero. When we close the register for the day, you'll notice that particular account sale. I've made a couple, so just ignore some of the figures, but you'll see now that account sale has been put through as an account sale and you should receive $25 in cash, or however they paid for it. We go to close the register. Now that register closure has been sent to Xero. And as you'll notice, the register closure has been posted. Obviously, there'd be more sales there if you made more sales for the day, but as you can see, the customer account sale wasn't included into the register closures. It was included as accounts receivable, but it did make note there that a $25 payment has been made for that particular invoice in that day. Scenario 2. Customer makes a part payment. We would add the product to the sell screen. We would then assign the customer to the sale. We would then click pay. We would then amount tender the full amount on account. Put in a note if you want. You'll then need to navigate to history. You'll need to find the last transaction that you just made, expand it, continue sale. You will then continue the sale. This is where you would make a part payment. You would then click pay. You would then enter the amount the customer wants to pay, let's say $20, and they give you cash. It will then say the amount owing would be $5. You would then put the $5 remaining onto the account. Add a note if you want. Navigate back to history, expand the sale again. As you can see, the balance will be $5 owing because we just made a $20 payment. As you can see, the blue Xero indicates that the payment of the part payment, of $20 has been pushed to Xero. Now let's have a look what it looks like in Xero. So that particular part payment will post to Xero under awaiting payments. As you can see here, I've already clicked into it. Let's click into the actual invoice itself. You will notice that the item here was put through and a payment of $20 was made and the amount owing would be $5. Please note this is very important. If a customer wants to finalize their transaction with some money owing, as the one we just done there, you'd need to search for it, either going into sales history or going into the customer name. But for this exercise, we're just going to go to the sales history. We're going to find the transaction and we're going to always continue with that sale. It's very important that we continue with the sale and we don't create a new transaction, for example. So we continue with the sale and we'll make the final payment, which the balance owing is $5. Let's load up the sale. Click pay. The amount owing is $5. We basically click cash, and that now finalizes that particular sale. Let's navigate back to history. Let's find the last transaction we just paid in full, And if you expand it, you'll notice account sale paid, those two transactions we did today, $20 and $5, the balance is $0. Let's have a look what that looks like in Xero. So the invoice is now moved to a paid status. Let's go to the invoice here and notice that it's been paid by $25, no amount owing, less payment of the $20 and $5 payments we just made. And finally, once we close the register for our end of day, those particular sales will be accounted for how much money we've taken. As you can see there, $20, $5, in total $25 cash. You would basically bank that with your close of registers for all the other sales, and away you go. You should reconcile easily in Xero. That now concludes our demonstration.